How's it going? How are you guys? Oh, wait, what's this? Hi. So, been a while since I've done one of these, like, hangout, chatty streams by myself. Can you guys hear me okay? Do I need to turn up my mic or anything? If you hear weird squeaking in the background, it's the swamp cooler, because it's hot. It's hot. My first live stream with you. Oh, thank you! I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, I'm doing it because I'm not feeling too good today, and I'm like, I need some motivation. And two, I have my second part of my Patreon stream tomorrow, and I got a lot of messages, like, either during the stream or after the stream, where a lot of people, like, were on YouTube all day or on their phones and whatever and didn't get the notification that I was live. And so I'm just doing this as, like, a test, because YouTube's fucking with the algorithm again, and yeah. Hermione's probably lurking somewhere. Probably, that's normally. Yeah, it's Armani. She comes to, like, all of the streams. It's not just my streams, too. She goes to Pastels, but this might be a little early-ish for her, I think, maybe. Thank you, I'm happy you love my art. Thank you. It really is, isn't it? It was done by... Hold on, I have to look up their DA. Because their shit's really good. They just surprised me with it. And I was like, I need this so much. Yeah, it was by Animated Being on DeviantArt. Their DA. Oh, how ironic. I'm actually enjoying some peppermint tea myself. Anybody else like tea? I love mint tea, and I feel like a lot of people I know, like, hate mint. And it makes me sad. Yes, Camino is a good boopy snoot. I've actually never tried passion fruit tea. I love pomegranate tea. Ooh. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I've seen more and more people do these, and they're fun, and I like listening to them, so I thought, why not try? So, Boshi, why? Your icon seems a little familiar, but other than that, not much. Sorry, buddy. Oh, well, thank you. I'm so happy you guys like my art. Breathing noises. See, if I had a half-decent webcam, I would just, like, webcam my face. But I don't. So, that's why I put one in my to-do list. In my, wish list. So, someday I can get one. But it's also, like, a goal of mine, is... I've been really shirking on my goal of doing traditional art this year. Like, I remember I said something, like, I wanted to do, like, 6, like, painted illustrations. And I mean, technically I've been doing more painting, but I haven't done illustrations. But I have done more illustrations, they're just not traditional ones. And so I'm like, ugh. But, like, a video coming up at the end of this month, actually I already set it to go, is gonna be a traditional painting of mine. But you're gonna see, I feel kind of bad editing it back, because I'm like, oh fuck, my camera quality is so bad. Do you do holiday-themed arts? Like, you're gonna do anything for October? Yeah, I love doing holiday-themed art. I'm planning on doing Inktober. I'm just going to get it done a month in advance, because I'm getting married. I'm getting married in October, so. because of me getting married in October, I'm probably not gonna get much done that I haven't actually done in advance. Like, I've actually done the audio and the recordings for a lot of videos in advance. So, for, like, the whole month of October, I'll be good. And, if things go the way they're supposed to, I should have an Inktober video on top of that at the end of every week. Because, personal marriage, by the way. Thank you! Thank you, thank you. My brain. See? I'm already out of it. Because of that, I want to let you guys know that the vlogs are going to end after San Japan. Like, my San Japan vlog is going to be my last vlog for the year. Except for my wedding video, obviously. But I don't know when that'll be up, because once I get married, the last thing I want to do is kind of, like, edit stuff. So that's why I had, like, all of October done in advance for the most part. Except for the Inktobers, so. Yeah, because, October and, like, the fall are always my favorite times of year. Thank you for my spooky marriage energy. Oh, we still have the GoFundMe up, by the way. If you guys want to help, we got the last thing. The last thing, for the most part, fully paid off. We only have to pay off what's left is the DJ and the centerpieces. And that's pretty much it. And then everything is paid off, and it's honestly really thanks to you guys. Do you have any advice for people starting on digital art? Well, you spelled digital wrong, first of all. Yeah, I'm gonna be making a little video. Actually, that reminds me, I should write notes on that, because, that's something I want to do audio on. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, oh, another reason why we're leaving the GoFundMe up is because we're going to be moving soon. So, I'm not going to close out the GoFundMe until September, because all of the stuff we get from it is going to help finish paying off the wedding, and then if there's anything left over, we're going to use that for moving expenses. Because we're moving, and California's expensive as fuck, and it's an asshole. Shit, I can spell. It's okay, it's okay. I fuck up at spelling too, so it's fine. Let's see. I'm gonna be drawing the little pumpkin prince character a lot in the fall. Doesn't help he's a werewolf. I know what you mean. Like, I have this character. Actually, let me throw her on screen. I was thinking of like giving her like a reference sheet with like little aesthetic circles, because I've noticed people doing that more and more, and I think they're really cute. But I have this one character that's like Halloween themed, and I love her. I drew her last year. I actually drew her last year for Halloween. Let me try to find it. Oh, I need to organize my computer so bad. My files are so all over the place. I will find you. I know. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Gotta be all rude. Oh, here she is. It's my little Halloween themed babu. Her name is Nyx. And she's a Star Durgan, because I don't talk about those enough. Oof, but her hair is so much fun and a pain at the same time. Hey, you got an iPad Pro yet? I just got one. It's the best thing for my... No, it's something I really want. I really, really fucking want an iPad Pro and an iPencil. But, like I said earlier, with the wedding and moving, it's not in my future anytime soon. Unless I somehow get it for, like, a gift from family or something. But that's a really expensive gift, and I don't feel comfortable asking for that. I don't know, I'm one of those weird people where, like, I don't like asking for expensive gifts now that I'm an adult. Because I'm like, oh, that's... Because for the one I want, if I was to get an iPad Pro, which I shouldn't say was, because I do plan on getting one. But the iPencil alone is like $100 and something. And then the iPad that I would want to get the one with, like, the biggest hard drive space, or the biggest, gigabyte space, whatever it's fucking called now. And I would like to get the, like, bigger screen. I don't want to get, like, a mini. I'd rather get, like, a 9 or a 12-inch one. So that way, like, I can, you know, draw properly. And I would use it pretty much solely for art. I wouldn't use it for anything else. And so, because of that, that's going to run me probably at least $1,000 at a minimum, and that doesn't even include, like, cases and stuff. So, why don't you finance it, sweetie? I can, which I'm probably gonna do, but I don't know. I feel weird. When it comes to art supplies, this is where I'm weird, because I financed shit before, but when it comes to art supplies and, like, working equipment, I rather pay it off in full than, because this is weird, I swear to God, but, like, every time I've ever had this happen in my past, when I would finance something that was electronic, mostly an electronic, that I didn't fully pay off before I got it, it broke, and now I'm stuck with the bill of a broken product. And I know Apple's really good about resending you stuff if you get the warranty and everything. But, again, like I said, wedding and moving, and it's really not something I need right now. It's something I really, really, really fucking want, but I don't need it, so I don't mind waiting. She looks more human than Star Dragon. Well, most of my Star Dragons have pretty human faces, like, let's see, where's a good one? Like, here, Anne's a good one. Like, she's got a pretty human face. Same with Rosita, or Rosetta. I say Rosita, fuck. Just because I tend to give them human-y faces. I don't know, I don't like giving them muzzles. If you do, you do you, I'm not a big fan of it. Thank you, I'm happy you love her colors and hair. I mean, no, it's fine, Saboshi, you can do whatever you want. Let's see, just say storage. Yeah, that too. I'm a donk. Are you much of a writer? I'm writing a story as we speak. Illustrating the character is so much fun. Yeah, I like to consider myself a writer. I don't write as often as I would like to, but writing doesn't pay my bills, so that's kind of why. I'm more of a writer as a hobbyist. And, hopefully in the future that'll change. But I know I'm always going to be an artist first over a writer. Because I like, when I write stories and everything, I like having, like, really, really in-depth characters and really deep stories and worlds. I think one of the most fun things about being, at least for me, is creating my own worlds and, like, you know, religions, people, aspects, that kind of stuff. Makes me happy. Yeetus the fetus. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yep, a lot of Star Dragons have foof ears. And thank you! I'm so happy you love my designs. That makes me very happy that people think they're unique. How would Tetsu look if she was a furry? Fuck, that's something I actually never thought about. Well, if she was a furry, chances are she would be a scaly. Because I associate her with snakes, that's why her, like, familiar is a snake. So that's probably why. She would be a boopy snoot. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Let's see. Family doesn't do art, but a few years ago I learned one of my favorite aunts do draw, and it makes me happy that I have someone to let my family. Does anyone in your family draw? No, I'm actually the only artist in my entire family, but then again, my family is, like, really, 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 really small. Both of my brothers are really smart, but they're more, like, coding and video game smart. They can be very creative, but none of them have been really interested in like, writing. Only one of them is interested in reading, and he doesn't read that much anymore. He mostly, like, is interested in code and video games and stuff, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I know he told me that like one of his big dreams is to like work for a company, and I'm pretty sure he'll actually do it because he's really smart and he got a full scholarship, and I'm very proud of him. Let's see. In your honest opinion, is 14 too young to be selling art online professionally? I've been super powered in Redbubble to make my own, but IDK if people would actually like my stuff. No, I don't think that there's a problem with starting really young. But, don't be disheartened if your shit doesn't sell. That's, like, a big thing that a lot of people are like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And then I'll tell them what I do, what my friends do, and they're like, well, my shit's not selling, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes that happens, and that's something you have to... That's something you're gonna have to kind of accept if you want to be an artist as you get older, is not everyone's gonna want your shit, and that sounds harsh, but like I've always said, you know, you don't need a commission. You don't need merch. You don't need prints like you need power, a roof over your head, and food. They're very much a luxury item, and a lot of people try, like, to not think that it's a luxury item when it very much is. So, if your stuff sells, that's great. If not, just keep going, but don't be a pusher about it. Like, let people know you have it, but don't be like every day, like, oh, my store, 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 my store. Like, yeah, because then when you bug people like that, then they're kind of like pushed away. A good example of this is like, you know, when you're at a mall and like you're just walking through, and then you have those people that are like in your face, like, hey, try my product, try my product. Come on, you look pretty, try my product, and you're just like, oh no, now I'm very uncomfortable because you're really pushy. It's kind of like that. You don't want to be like that. Well, that's great. I'm happy to hear that, Star Katie. I'm happy to hear you're gonna get your first tablet. That's great. Okay, well, I'm not an animator. Again, the little thing in the corner wasn't animated by me. It was animated by Animated Being on DA. But I'm friends with a couple of animators, and I know a couple of storyboard artists and stuff. And I always say, you'll never know until you try it. But if you're on the fence, I wouldn't say drop everything to be an animator, unless you really, really love that. It's a good thing. That's actually a video that's going to come up this month where I kind of talk about that, where you need to, like, try different things. But you should, if you want to try it, try it. But don't, like, jump head first. I know it's going to be weird. A lot of people always say, like, just just go all in. And I'm not that kind of person because I can't afford that kind of time. That's just me. But, like, if you can, go ahead, try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Who knows? You might love it and want to be an animator someday. It just, you gotta at least try. Are you allowed to put links in the chat? No, only I'm allowed to put links in the chat. And even then, YouTube's weird where, like, you can't even, like, click the link. You have to, like, copy-paste the link into, like, the browser. Do you have any crazy driving experiences, Michi? I've got a few. Nothing, like, to warrant its own video or anything. But I live in California where people are just fucking nuts, and half the time they don't know how to drive. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I've been driving down the street, and you're driving down the street. So you're down the street, and then a person's, like, leaving their house. Well, by law, the person leaving their house has to wait until the street's clear. That's, like, just the thing. And then, so you'll be going down the street, the normal speed limit, and then here's this guy who's just like, no, I know I see a car coming, and I know I should wait, and by law I'm supposed to wait, but I'm not gonna wait, I'm gonna fucking go. So I've had a couple close calls like that. I've had dicks on the freeway who, like, never use their fucking blinker, and then get right on your ass or right in front of you, and you're like, dude, just put your fucking blinker on. I would have known to either speed up or slow down. You don't have to just scoot on in. But that's about it. Let's see. Oh, well, I'm happy that I inspired you to draw. That makes me very happy. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Moleskines are really good sketchbooks. I really like Moleskines. Have you ever tried cosplay? I've been fascinated. I did once when I was like 14, and I would love to get back into cosplay. But, again, it comes down to time and money, which I don't have right now. Plus, I'm trying to work at more conventions, and that costs money because when you get, like, tables and stuff, one, it costs money to get the table, and two, it costs money to have merch. So, I, like, can't really, at the time I'm at now, I can't feasibly do cosplay with everything else going on. Are you okay giving people your Discord, or do you want to totally be able? Oh, yeah, no, my Discord's not out in the public. It was for a while, and then I had to stop that because I had a lot of people who were bugging me to get to my more popular artist friends, and I don't like that. It makes me really angry. And I also had people just bug me constantly. Like, I would be working, and then they would be like, why aren't you ever online? Why are you ever online? Why are you ever? I'm like, because I'm working! Ugh! And it's not that I don't want to talk to you guys, but, like, it's easier for me to have my little Patreon one. So if you're a top tier patron, you get to be a part of the little group chat there where I pop in when I do have time and chat there. So, besides that, no, I don't have a public Discord, sorry. And I probably won't have a public Discord for a while. Do you ever get embarrassed talking about role-playing? Not really, because not a lot of people ask. I don't hide it or anything. Like, I don't know. I'm one of those people that I'm fine showing people my phone. I don't have, like, scandalous stuff on my phone, or if I do, it's fucking funny, and then I'm like, they'll be like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, it's fucking funny, right? And then, yeah, it's, but, like, Cody knows about it, he doesn't really care. My friends know about it, they don't really care. I don't have, like, random people be like, oh my god, what are roleplay's about? And if I do, I'd be like, oh, this. I've gotten pretty apathetic to the whole thing. Because I enjoy doing it. And I've gotten to the point where, and this is something that just you get over time, where you can't let other people's opinions bother you. They can still hurt, but you can't let it bother you what other people think. You have to be thinking about, like, what you think, and if it bothers you, kind of thing. Let's see. That's great. Well, I'm really happy to hear that, Al cough drops. What's your opinion on concept art? I'm going to university next year to study it, and I'm super excited. I'm also trying to start doing commissions since I'm on a gap year. I think it's great. I do concept art all the time, and I think everyone should do concept art when you're doing anything. If you're doing a comic, if you're doing a story, because people don't realize that you go through drafts of things and you find out what's right. You don't normally end up liking the first thing you make. How should I start drawing? Just doodle. Draw things. Let's see, do you know somewhere I can find people to roleplay with? Yeah, there's Tumblrs, there's, RP groups, you can find them everywhere, they're everywhere. Just, you have to look online. Oh, well, thank you, I'm happy, think I'm awesome. Bye, have a good day. Have you ever been in fan projects? I mean, I've been in a couple zines. I'm in the My Hero Academia zine that Holly Brown did. I did 2 pictures for that. I've been in Witch Hazel, which is another zine I was in. And my brain. I know I was in like 1 more. Oh, I was in 2 more. I was in The Legend of Zelda: The Men of Hyrule. I was in that one. And then I was in a Cardcaptor Soccer zine that didn't end up happening. How did you find your art style? Just time and stuff. I've kind of done a video on that on my channel. I'm not being vague here. I'm being honest. When it comes to like style, a lot of people are like, I want to have an original style right now. And I don't really think there's a way to do that. I think style just develops over time as you get better. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. The reason why it probably hasn't been shipped out yet is because, Holly bit off a bit more than she could chew, and it's not her fault. She didn't know how many people were going to order for it, and there were a couple of artists that were real dicks about it to her. And I'm not just saying this because she's my friend, I'm saying this because I know her, and a lot of people don't realize that, like, she didn't get them made through a printing press, she's making them all by hand. So with a lot of people ordering them, that's one person making God knows how many books. So it should be out, I believe, after San Japan, but, if not, follow her YouTube, she'll update on it, because she's been pretty good about updating people about it. If you like art, just, I mean, there's Tumblr, Twitter, DA, YouTube, they're everywhere. Not much. Just, dying. Stressing out about my first convention. No, you know, now that I think about it, I take back what I said about Holly taking off more than she could chew. I think it was a learning experience because, like, oh, I feel so bad for her. Because not only is she a good friend of mine, but just, like, again, one person doing all that stuff, and it did really, from what I know, it did really well. Like, a lot of people made orders, and a lot of artists ordered artist copies. And so, I think if she ever does one in the future, she's gonna do it through a printing press, because the saving the money wasn't worth it. You gotta be careful with any website. That's the thing, is you gotta be careful with any website. You're on no website. There is no be-all, end-all perfect art website out there. Because it's the internet. Ooh. What's your opinion on open species that get really popular just because of the artist? How do I feel about that? I don't really care. I mean, if the artist gets popular from it, cool, good for them. I mean, again, like, star dragons are really popular. They're a closed species, but they're really popular. And I don't really mind. I mean, as long as the artist is happy with it, and the artist isn't like, oh, fuck my life, what have I done? Then, to each his own. You do you, boo. Do you have any suggestions for people hoping to sell art locally, like in a town or city? Just look it up, because I'm new to this too. I don't really have advice on this, because I'm learning this now. Just look it up, look up art shows. You would be surprised. My friend was telling me too, there's a lot of mini conventions out there. A lot of people think it's like, you can only go to the be-all, end-all conventions. Holy shit, Michelle. Blah. But there are a lot of mini ones, like colleges host like weekend ones, some have like a one-day con, some people, like your town and cities will do like art shows and art walks. Like for years, my friend Aerofex like didn't know until, I'd say about a couple of years ago, that like in Riverside they have like an art walk in Riverside where like, I think it's like once or twice a month. You can just sell art when you get a permit. So just Google like art shows or art walks or conventions in your area and see, and then they usually have like what you need to look for, so that way you can know what to do. Like I know in California you need an EIN number and you need a seller's permit, unless you do stuff online like me, because I don't have my seller's permit yet. I'm gonna get a seller's permit soon, but since I'm getting married in 2 months. Oh god, it's 2 months. Quiz. I'm excited, but I'm also really nervous. Because I'll be getting married in 2 months, I'm waiting to get my seller's permit. Because I don't need one for San Japan. I have everything else I need. Because that's in Texas, not here. But, that way I don't have to get, like, 2, because my name will be legally changed. So yeah, I hope that was, that helped with you trying to figure stuffs out. Yeah, no one owns a pose. You can reference anything. I hate people who were like, oh, you referenced that, and it's like, yeah, I did, and it's like, how dare, and I'm like, I didn't trace it, I referenced it. No one, it's the same with, like, colored hair and colored characters. Like, no one owns colored hair, no one owns a hairstyle, no one owns a pose, no one owns a body type, and if they say they do, they're a fucking asshole, and you need to get away from them. Well, there you go. See, Quark is right. All the time, Crystal. I have a series. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with submitting stuff to a contest. Yeah, I reference too. There's nothing wrong with referencing. Sorry if the screen's blurry, there's nothing I can do about it. OBS says I'm streaming perfectly, but YouTube can be a cuck like that. Oh yeah, why does it say low video output? YouTube, the fuck? OBS says it's fine, and then I go to you, and it's like, oh, nope. Are you clear now, bitch? So I have full bars, and I'm literally right by the router. What's your opinion on closed species? I think they're fine. I'm only being vague because it's funny. I actually did a whole video on adoptables that'll be going out next month, like early next month, so. Because of that, I don't want to talk too much about it. Oh, it's a ski! Why didn't you tell me, YouTube? Yeah, see? See what I'm talking about? YouTube isn't notifying people because YouTube hates people. It's okay, I've had people threaten me too, and I just laugh, because I'm like, no one owns a pose, bitch. No one owns a pose. I mean, hell, back in the day, what they used to do with, like, Disney movies is they would actually legit film the entire Disney movie with actors in, like, a studio, and then they would have the animators draw it, like, frame by frame from the movie that they had. I don't know how you chill out. Just, drink some tea, relax, and listen? Ugh. Do you still practice watercolor? Yeah, I just haven't had a lot of time right now with the con going on. But yeah, the past 2 months in a row, I've done, well, not this month, but the past 2 months in a row, I did watercolor busts and chibis for my patrons, my top tier patrons, so I've been able to practice thanks to them. Thank you, thank you. Well, if you feel self-conscious being her friend, then you need to look at yourself. I know that sounds really weird, but artists are people, and even if your artist friend has better art than you, that shouldn't matter. Like, I have artist friends who have much better art than me, and that doesn't negate our friendship. And vice versa, I have friends who are artists who have skill lower than me, and it doesn't negate our friendships, so. That's probably the answer you were wanting to hear, but it really shouldn't matter. Any tips for creating characters and their designs? I don't have any because it's taken me years to get to where I am now, so, yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm, happy you picked my stream. They're really good. I can definitely see you're improving. Yes, thank you, Ski. I know. I'm so happy. Thanks to you guys. It's been helping me a ton. And I'm probably gonna stream later on Twitch, like tonight. I don't think I'm gonna go to bed real early. I kind of fucked up my sleep schedule again, and I have to get some commissions done. But I don't want to work right now. I just kind of want to relax. I love you too, Son the Gamer. Smatches. Oh no, that happens too, and you're so used to drawing digital art that you forget how traditional. That's why I've been like forcing myself to sketch in my sketchbook every day. Like I literally have it as a whole thing in my planner that I have to do a page in my sketchbook every day, even if it's a stupid doodle, just so I don't forget. Any tips for new art YouTubers? Or art tubers? Do we actually have a thing now? Is ArtTube a thing? I would like it to be a thing. Honestly, just make what you want to see. Make what you want to hear. You know, if you want to have discussions or that, do that. If you don't get seen right away, that's fine. That happens to a lot of people. Again, I've had this YouTube channel I've technically had this YouTube channel for years, but it wasn't until I was consistently uploading about last year, right around the summer, that my YouTube channel blew up, and it's been going up since. But you just gotta keep going and not give up, and you have to do stuff that, you know, even if you have 10 subscribers, you should be doing the same sort of stuff that you'd be doing at 10 subscribers as 10,000 subscribers. And what I mean by that is, yes, your quality should get better, but you should be making the same sort of content in the sense, like, this is what you want to be making because you're making it for yourself over making it for other people. Oh, there's Armani. There she is. Have you ever been called strange or anything because you like drawing? Asking because when I draw gory stuff, I lecture over how morbid I am. I mean, actually, surprisingly enough, not usually over my art, just over me in general. I have a very morbid, dark, twisted sense of humor. Have you ever regretted picking art as your job? Yeah, I did. I did for a little bit there. What happened with art as my job and my little art journey, I'll be quick because there's like I don't feel like I'm anywhere near close to like finishing my art journey, but I'd always been doing commissions. I've been doing commissions since like high school, but I never had constant commissions until I was around see, about 23. Yeah, about 23 was when I was getting constant commissions. I did not have, keep this in mind, I did not have 1,000 followers on any platform at this time. I had way less than 1,000. I remember, I think my closest one was Fur Affinity, right? Excuse me, I had 800. My DA was at 500 for forever. My YouTube wasn't even at 500. And I had been working odd jobs and part-time jobs, and I'd been doing commissions on top of working and going to school. And what I would also do is I still updated constantly, and because I updated constantly, my following slowly growed to where every time I posted a picture, I would gain at least around 1 follower, maybe 2 if I was lucky at the time. And while I didn't get a lot of, like, now I get a lot of commissions from, like, random people, which are cool. I have only a very small few of returning clients. Back then, almost all of my clients were returning clients. And so then what happened was, it was my last job at Target when I had been making, on my commissions, I'd been making literally the exact same amount as I had been working a part-time job at Target, which wasn't a lot of money at the time. But I was like, oh, okay, this will be great, you know, I talked to my parents, I talked to Cody, and they were like, yeah, if you can still pay your bills, that's all that needs to matter, and so I did. And then it was all good until we had to move. When we moved is when it really stuck, and it really hurt, because at the time I didn't know how to drive. So because I didn't know how to drive, I didn't have a lot of things I was able to do, and I was also really far away from my friends and my family. I had now more bills because we had moved out, and it was a lot harder, and it was a hard time for me finding a job. That's what's funny was, I actually told Cody, I'm like, I cannot wait to find a part-time job. I can stop doing commissions. I can stop doing this. and I'll just take a break. And as weird as it is, it just never really happened. I had a couple of odd jobs here and there, but I didn't have a job where I was happy and making money to where it warranted me not doing commissions. But I was very like, oh, why am I doing this? I'm working so hard. I'm barely getting paid. But because I didn't give up, and ironically enough, because I didn't get another job for a while, which is funny because now I get job opportunities all the fucking time. I'm like, where were you when I needed the money, bitch? You were nowhere. But now that I don't need the money, you're like, hey, you want to come work for us? And I'm like, no. Because I'm gonna make more doing what I do now than working part-time somewhere. But I'm happy I didn't, because now I'm here now, and I have you guys, and I have a following, and I'm growing, and I've made some amazing friends because of it. So, yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry you had a fight with your friends. I hope you feel better. I'm kind of feeling like I get sick, so. Any tips on writing your own stories? Read. Read a lot of stories. Like, read a lot of other people's works. Well, if you want to do talkie videos like me, then just record audio. A lot of people do talkie videos like I do. I think I'm a little different because I throw art in the background. Like, a lot of my art videos aren't about art. They're about, like, random shit. And the only reason I do that is because, well, one, I'm an artist. And two, I don't really have a good setup to have, like, a little scene area with props and stuff where I can, like, record myself. Which is funny, because I'm actually very animated. Like, I talk with my hands a lot. Even right now, I'm talking with my hands, but because of that, I'm like, well, this is what I have, and I'm gonna use it. So, let's see. It's gonna be hard. That's the thing, is it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy, and don't expect a handout. You have to work for it. But when you work for it and it starts paying off, even though for me it's taken years, I feel so accomplished right now because I didn't give up and because I kept going. It sounds like such a thing you'd, like, see on a t-shirt or something, but it's true. It really is true. Do you have any favorite goth bands? Not really. This is weird. I love goth fashion, and, like, being goth makes me feel like me. But you see my art, you would never imagine that in a million years. Because I like drawing colorful things. My music tastes are literally all over the damn place. I think a really good example of this is, like, Toxic Tears on YouTube. I love her. She is, like, my goth queen. Because she said herself, she's like, yeah, my favorite color is, like, pink, even though I'm a goth. And I like happy, cute things, even though I'm a goth. And I'm like, see? You can be a goth and like happy, cute things. Just the way you decide to style yourself and be that shouldn't depict on, like, certain things you do. So, I don't really know a lot of goth bands. My music taste is literally all over the place. Same with books. Oh no, I'm sorry you twisted your ankle. Should I draw more fandom-related things to get a following? Draw what you want to draw, because here's the thing. If you're drawing fandom things just to get a following and you don't actually want to draw the stuff, it's not going to be the same as you actually liking the thing. How are your chinchillas? They're good, they're good. Hi. Do you watch anime? I watch some anime. I don't watch a lot. Cody is way more of a weeb than I am. I used to be a hardcore weeb, but... Because, like, okay, here's the thing. And it's a really bad answer, but because I work so much, it's really hard for me to sit and watch anime like I used to, because when I watch anime, what I like to do is I like to, like, sit back, not be doing anything else, and, like, just focus on it. And because I don't have a lot of time to do that, so I tend to do it when, we tend to watch anime together, a couple of shows when Cody gets home from work, like at dinner and stuff, so. Yeah, I hope that's okay. How long should you keep your commissions open for? That's up to you. How many slots you should start out with is also up to you, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I don't know who any of those McElroy. I don't know who McElroy. I don't know who any of them are. Do you have any tips of dealing with a toxic friend group? I'm actually planning on talking about that in a future video, because I had to deal with a lot of that, and I can't give a short answer right now, other than it's better to cut your losses in the long run. Are you happy with where you are right now? That's kind of a trick question, because it's like yes and no. Yes, I'm very happy with where I am right now, and no, I'm also miserable with where I am right now. I'm happy with where I am right now because my business is doing better than ever. I have an online store, finally. I have a charm shop. If you guys want to buy my charm and merch, shameless plug, it's in the description. It's my Ticktail store. I have my multiple followings like I have here. I'm getting married. I'm doing my first convention. And we're moving out. But because we're not moved out yet, it's kind of hard. And I thought I would be somewhere sooner than I am now. But that's just life. You can't really think too much on that. So, like, some days where I'm having great days, I'm like, yes, I'm so happy with where I am right now. And there's some days where I wake up and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck am I doing with my life? So, let's see, ever want a dog in the future? Yes, but it would be way, 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 way down the line. We've already decided when we do move out, depending on where we go, we're gonna get another cat, because we want Binks to have a friend. Because Binks is very playful and very rowdy, and it's not fair to him. So, that would be, like, years down the line. But, we are more cat people. And I have chinchillas, too, so. Let's see. What do you do if you just do traditional, but you want to do commissions? Then do traditional commissions. People do that all the time. That is a thing. You can be a traditional commission artist. You just have to make your shit look good, and by that I mean learn how to scan and proportion properly. I love your Dark Witch design for Zodiac's contest. Do you have any other concepts for a Dark Witch? Yeah, I actually had a couple more, but my Dark Witch design, actually, I didn't enter the contest. I did it more as an example. I didn't feel right entering the contest because I had a few people, like, message me after I made the example, because I told Zodiac I was worried about this. I was like, hey dude, I really want to join your contest, but I don't think I should, because I'm worried people won't enter if I enter. And it wasn't a cocky thing, either. It's because we're really good friends. And I also know a lot about Dark Witches. Like, I don't know everything, but I do know a decent amount. To where I felt like I had a higher... Like, it wasn't fair. So that's why I did my example, and even though I said, this is an example and not an entry, I had a lot of people messaging me like, oh, why would I even try if you're in it? And I'm like, this is what I didn't want to have happen. I want people to have fun with it. So, that's why I just did that for fun. But yeah, I have a couple of others in the works. But, I don't know if I can actually, like, draw them out right now. Thank you, Armani. Is the stream going to be saved? Yeah, I put all of my live streams in my live stream playlist, so if you ever want to go back, if it's, like, not there, I usually keep them up for a week or two, and then I put them in my playlist, but I never delete them. The only time I ever do delete or private streams is when I accidentally leak private information, like an address or something. just for safety reasons. You're gonna compare yourself. That's gonna be a hard thing that, like, you're gonna... People, it's inherent in our nature to compare ourselves to other people, and even more so compare ourselves to more successful people than where we are. And you just... What you have to do is you have to take that, and you have to use it as inspiration to be at their level or to be better than them, and not in an arrogant way. Because if you're just like, I'm never gonna have 1 million subscribers, I'm never gonna have 1 million followers, I'm never gonna have 1,000 watchers, no, you're not gonna go anywhere. You have to use it as drive. He's like, yes, I can do it. If they did it and they started at one person, I can start at one person. And that's how I see it. You have to flip how you see it. How do you feel when you see other characters that look a lot like yours? I actually don't run into that much. I very rarely see characters that are, like, rip-offs of mine. There have been a couple, but they're usually, like, really bad rip-offs where it's funny and it doesn't even bother me. But, like I said before, you know, no one owns a hairstyle, no one owns colors, no one owns this or that. It's, yeah. Oh, well, the kind of magic I delve into is, I resonate much more with kitchen witchery, but I also feel a connection to the moon. So, I don't really follow a deity or anything, but I feel the most connection when I'm, like, drawing runes in my food and in teas and stuff like that. I also really enjoy the tarot. Let's see. Hey, Lissa, how you doing? Hi. But you should all enter Zodiac's contest. It's really cool. Who remembers Thomas going around? I love you, Pastel. I know that wasn't her, but that was something I would never forget. When I say I'm 12 on DA, people immediately become interested in commissioning me. Should I not put my age? Probably don't put your age. Yeah, that is a thing. I know you are, Sky, and I believe in you, Smetches. Well, a good thing to do when you have a long-term project and you don't really know what to, like, commit to it, is to have little things on the side to work on as well as your main project. Like, that's why I have a lot of adoptables, because when I'm not focusing on, like, in-depth story points or plot devices or character development, sometimes I'm just like, fuck, I just want to draw a fun character, and I don't have to think about anything, I just want to draw it. So it's good to do stuff like that, or like to write little snippets of things. If you don't want to focus on that, you know, do little spin-offs, side stories, mini things. That way, it doesn't become your whole life. Like, realistically, I haven't actually worked on Mark in about, like, 8 months, because I've been focusing my time on Ticks and Turns, and just my life. So, I still draw for it, but I haven't, like, worked on it at all. Do you have a favorite tea? I love peppermint tea. Peppermint tea is, like, my favorite tea. A close second is, I think it's, like, Harry & Sons or Harrison & Sons Hot Cinnamon Sunset. They sell it in Target in, like, these little metal tins. Oh! Such good shit. It's my favorite tea. My favorite teas. Oh yeah, it's pretty much a joke. Because Zodiac and Quan are pretty much married. They're like best friends. By the way, I love your work. Thank you! Thank you. Where's a good place to go for making charms? I want to steal charms along with my stickers. I use Zap Creatives, but my friends use places on Alibaba. I don't know the exact ones. But I know my friend Pastel, she uses one on Alibaba, but I don't remember which one it is. So just look around, look for reviews. Do you like watermelons? Watermelons? Yeah, I like watermelon. Watermelon's good. My favorite fruit, though, are grapes. I love me some grapes. Grapes. Unpopular opinions? That's vague. I have a lot. There's a lot of things that are, like, hip and weird that I'm like, I can't be the only one that thinks this is weird. Honestly, if you're looking for cheap, and no, it's not because they sent it to me, the Gaomon was great. I love the Gaomon. I love the Huion. I've been using the big Huion since they gave it to me. I had a Cintiq. Just look on my channel, I've got a bunch. Well, if you really want, there's no problem in asking. Just try to explain to your mom what it is and what it's for. If you could instantly improve on anything art-wise, what would it be and why? Drawing guys. For some reason, drawing men is still the hardest thing for me to do. So, it would be to draw guys. Out of yellow, blue, pink, and white, which is the best diamond? Well, I like white, but we don't know anything about her, so shrug. Unpopular opinion about food? Avocados aren't the end-all, be-all of, like, fuck yeah food. It's good, but I don't get why people are like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck an avocado, it's so good! Ugh. Oh. It's actually really funny because there's a lot of people who start off and they're like, yeah, drawing women are hard, men are easy, and so it all depends on what you're used to drawing. And I've gotten a lot better. Like, I can actually draw men in different body types, and I can draw men that look like men. But drawing a dude always takes, like, 4 times longer than if I was drawing a chick. Excuse me for the hiccup. Also, again, I like avocados, but I'm allergic to it, so I can't eat it. But oh, fuck me. I'm tired. I have, like, no energy today. It's so bad. I haven't done, like, any steps. Ooh, yeah, I looked at my watch. I have done, like, no steps today. Which is really, really bad, but I'm not feeling good. I think I'm getting a summer cold. And so I need to tell Cody he needs to get me some Zycam on his way home. Actually, I should text him that now before I forget. Okay. Boop. Oh god. No, that sounds like a shrimp cocktail a lot. What are mages? Well, mages are like witches, magic people. Witches and wizards. My mages are pretty much just that. They're pretty much witches and wizards. Oh, you have a Binks too? It's so cute. Something actually really funny I'm noticing is Binks is like the new popular name for like black cats. Yeah, that's what a ship cocktail is. Like, what were you thinking of when you... That's what I named mine after. We named him Binks after Hocus Pocus. That's exactly what we named him. As for gender ambiguous characters, another good example is to look up gender ambiguous people and gender ambiguous characters and, like, kind of reference from that. Because it took me a long time to do it. Anyway, alright. I've been doing this for about an hour. I know it hasn't been that long, but I think I'm going to end it here. Just so you guys know, tomorrow I will be doing a Patreon live stream also on YouTube. But yeah, I just wanted to just test this out and have fun, chat with you guys for a bit. I hope you had fun. I know it's not very long, but yeah, I got works to do and I'm already very tired, so I love you all. Thank you guys for coming. Snatches, bye.